My name's Megan and I'm your host for today. Here at SMU, you'll find different people and various habitats around campus. Some of these environments include Greek life, the residential common system, and the large amounts of students that live off campus. In an effort to better understand how student involvement affects networking opportunities and advancements in society, please join us as we explore these vast lands on campus.
So, why do you commute to SMU?
Like most people who are in the commuter's lounge, it's just a cheaper way for me to live because I'm paying for dorming and like the meal plan. That's just too much for me with the tuition.
How much does Greek life cost per year?
I don't really know because my parents pay, but I think it's somewhere around $4,000 a year.
Do you feel that many commuters have similar socioeconomic or racial backgrounds?
That's an interesting question. I think it's mixed, but it definitely is kind of a similar background.
Everybody in this lounge, they're either ethnic and they can't afford to like pay for dorming, or they're just seniors and juniors who like have already been there, done that, ready to graduate. They don't want to like waste their time in the dorm anymore with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores.
Do you feel that you've met diverse groups of people while living on campus in terms of socioeconomic backgrounds and racial backgrounds?
Not really. I feel like the majority of the people here are white and pretty well off, and that could be partially due to the fact that the tuition here is really expensive. So maybe people with more money tend to go here because maybe the scholarship opportunities aren't as available as they should be.
Do you feel that there's a certain type of race or socioeconomic background that is pertinent to Greek life at SMU?
I don't think it matters what your race or your socioeconomic background is in Greek life in general. Maybe for some houses. I don't feel like my house, that's a big deal. But I definitely see a gap in socioeconomic status and in race.
How do you compare yourself to the people who live on campus and or people involved in Greek life?
I could say that I might have maybe just a little less networking opportunities than people who live in Greek life and RCs have. Since I don't live with people like 24/7, like I'm not surrounded by them, it could be definitely hard to socialize and maybe even like get the hookup for like job and internship opportunities. I might have to like work a little bit harder for that. Do you think living in the Commons affects your academic success because of the faculty and resident system?
Well, personally, I haven't gone through all the faculty and research pretty well yet. I know a lot of people who have, and they have nothing but great things to say. I feel like when they apply for scholarships and internships, the fact that they know a professor, but personally, it's a little bit of a leg up on those recommendations.
How does commuting affect your involvement on campus?
It affects it a lot because I find myself not going to any sort of activities or events that they have here. Like if it's a weekend activity or event, I'm definitely not going to drive by here to go to that event. I'm not going to spend that time coming here.
Do you feel that living on campus affects how involved you are and how many people you meet?
Yeah, I think it does, just because everything is more convenient when you live on campus, especially when there are late night club meetings that you can attend them, and you don't have to wake up too early to attend like 8 a.m. class.
Do you think that those who live in close proximity with faculty in residential commons and those in Greek life have an unfair advantage in class?
Oh yeah, definitely, because if you're in Greek life, like I know that they save all their tests and their homeworks and stuff, and most times like professors, they don't change the test. So like if you have a sister or a brother or whatever in your fraternity or sorority who had that class, they'll like give you all their tests, and then you can basically study the test, and it's the same test as the class that you're currently in.
Do you feel your involvement in the Greek system offers you an advantage?
In my classes, there are a lot of older girls in my chapter who have taken the same classes as me, and so they can help me when I'm in class now. And then also in jobs and networking, I babysit for all DGs, and I have a job now on campus because of it on campus.
Not an unfair advantage, because the Greek system is open to everyone, and it's an option. I mean, it's not forced, but I would say that it definitely gives me advantages.
Do you think the Greek life here is very diverse?
For me, it doesn't seem really diverse. It seems all the same.
I do not think the Greek system is very diverse. There's definitely a lot more white people in Greek life. Whenever I'm walking around campus, when people that I see wearing Panhellenic shirts, they tend to be white, obviously, and I know a few people in the Multicultural Greek Council, but it's very small. Like, it's not. They don't really play as big of a role on campus as the Greek life that has predominantly white people.
Do you know about the existence of the MGC and NPHC councils?
No, I've seen other Greek letters around, but I don't really know what they are, and I don't know anybody in the other organizations.
I don't do that much with them, but I know about them.
If you were not involved in Greek life, do you think you would have been able to make the same connections?
No, this summer I was an intern in DC, and when I was interviewing for that position, I met someone who's also in Greek life, and that helped me feel a lot more comfortable in my interview, and it probably gave me an advantage. And people come to our chapter house and talk about internships and job opportunities, and if I wasn't in Greek life, I probably wouldn't be able to hear about those kinds of things.
Thank you for observing with us. We hope these interviews have provided some sort of insight into the student life at SMU. I'm your host, Megan. I'll see you next time.